Hey everyone, here's a top 5 money gist for you today. I am Oluyemisi Dada. This Wednesday, October 1st, as Nigeria marks 65 years of independence, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will cut the ribbon on the newly renovated National Arts Theatre in Igomu, Lagos. Now officially named the Wole Soyinka Centre for Culture and the Creative Arts, the iconic landmark has undergone a massive transformation thanks to the funding from the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Bankers Committee. The reopening isn't just about a facelift, it's about reviving Nigeria's cultural heartbeat and positioning the theatre as a launchpad for the nation's creative economy. Guests will include governors, lawmakers, diplomats, industry leaders, and of course, cultural icons. The event will feature performances by the national troupe, remarks from Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka, and a welcome speech by CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso. The upgrades, state-of-the-art stage engineering, modern lighting and sound, 17 new elevators, solar power integration, plus safety, water and energy systems built to global standards. Even the historic artworks have been beautifully restored. Originally completed in 1976 and host to the legendary FESTAC 77, the theatre is now reborn, ready to host a new era of world-class performances, global conferences, and Nigeria's creative renaissance. The World Bank is set to approve 2 major loans for Nigeria today, worth a combined $750 million. The bulk of it, $500 million, goes into Project Bridge, Nigeria's ambitious plan to massively expand broadband access, especially in rural and underserved areas. This is part of a larger $2 billion digital backbone project that aims to grow the country's fiber network from 35,000 to over 125,000 kilometers. The other $250 million is earmarked for health security under a regional program helping Nigeria strengthen disease surveillance and pandemic response. Both projects are seen as crucial for Nigeria's push towards a digitally inclusive economy and stronger healthcare resilience. But while concessional loans like these offer soft terms, economists are raising eyebrows at Nigeria's growing external debt, now over $8 billion in fresh World Bank commitment since mid-2023. Nigeria has for the first time in history exported petrol thanks to the Dangote refinery coming on stream. Fresh data from the National Bureau of Statistics shows petrol exports hit 371.5 billion naira in Q2 2025, accounting for over 1.6% of the country's export. Most of that volume went outside Africa to markets in Asia and the Middle East, while just 23% stayed within West Africa. Dangote says the refinery shipped about 1.35 billion liters of petrol between June and July alone, alongside aviation fuel to Europe and Saudi Arabia. Despite this milestone, Nigeria is still a net importer, bringing in over 2.3 trillion naira worth of petrol in the same quarter. But imports have dropped sharply compared to last year, and analysts say local refining will keep closing that gap. Bottom line, Nigeria has moved from being just an oil exporter to finally entering the global refined product market. The federal government has cleared the air on the new capital gains tax for share disposals after weeks of investor concerns. Chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, says the rule is simple. If you sell shares and reinvest the proceeds in another Nigerian company, no problem. But if you move that money into government bonds or fixed income, expect a 25% CGT. Before retail investors panic, there's a big cushion. The exemption threshold is 150 million naira a year, meaning 99.9% of small investors won't be touched. The target here is really big players, institutional funds and high net worth investors. Oyedele admits that there are issues like inflation making old share prices look misleading, but insists this is a temporary challenge. The bigger picture, he says, is to keep capital in equities, boost company growth, create jobs and strengthen the economy. The Nigerian Exchange says it will keep engaging stakeholders to build confidence and ensure clarity. Bottom line, for everyday investors, little changes. For the big boys, this could reshape portfolio strategies and nudge more money back into Nigeria's productive sectors. The mediation meeting between Dangote Refinery and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria (PENGASSAN) has ended in a deadlock after 9 hours of talks. The dispute centers on the dismissal of 800 workers, with the union insisting on their reinstatement before calling off its strike. PENGASSAN President Festus Osifo says the careers of those affected are at stake and vowed the strike would continue until management reverses its decision. Labour Minister Mohammed Dingyadi confirmed the two sticking points remain: the sackings and unionization rights. Both sides have agreed to reconvene later today. Finance Minister Wole Soyinka stressed the urgency of resolving the matter, warning that prolonged disruptions could hurt Nigeria's fragile economic momentum. For now, the strike continues as the country waits for a breakthrough. And that's a wrap on the top 5 money gist for now. Like and subscribe to stay updated. I'm Wole Soyinka Centre. See you in the next one.